transport.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
The way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Monday, the 13th of October. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Now, usually I would have my Dapila on, but today I decided that I want to celebrate the Ghana Black Stars, and we'll talk about the Ghana Black Stars in a bit. But let me first of all say thank you very much indeed to Sonara Fashions in Tamale for my outfit 0246-590-162. That's 0246-590-162. And also to say a very special good morning to Auntie Adole Brown. Good morning to you wherever you are. We are grateful. And to all the senior citizens who spend time to watch us, the grandmas and the grandpas, we celebrate you this day. And to all our affiliates across the country, to the trotro drivers, to the taxi drivers, to the lawyers, to the bankers, to the accountants, to the plumbers, to the masons, to the carpenters, to the food vendors, the bean sellers, the gobe sellers, the watches sellers, everybody who spends time to watch us and to share our content, we appreciate you. And this morning, before I get into anything at all, I want to quickly talk about the Rosebank International University College. Now, the Rosebank International University College is what I call the adult Montessori. Today, I just want to take you, if you haven't had a chance to go through the Rosebank International University College, I just want to take you through, the motion to have a fair view of what the university looks like. And Kuzo will be putting the pictures up so you get to see. I call it the adult Montessori. They are open for admissions now to begin in January 2026. And you can't afford to miss it, because once you attend the Rosebank International University College, you get an opportunity. That's the reception area, for example. That's one of the consulting rooms if you are a student and you have an issue. That's a beautiful photo of the former High Commission from South Africa to Ghana, and that's the staff area going up there. Very beautiful place. That's the kitchen, world-class kitchen. So if you want to learn about hospitality, culinary skills, shopping it, be international and intentional about it, so you're able to get your global accreditation and your jobs. That's a computer library right there, ICT lab, and then that's an eatery. Pause, Kuzo. That's actually a library. Sorry, that's a library. Very, very decent library. No giddy, no haggling, no dark spaces in there. Everybody's learning. That's a classroom. Now look at the lecture hall. The lecture hall is not overpacked. The lecture hall is very, very spacious. The lecture hall is not, where people will be sitting, on windows and trying to understand and trying to hear what the lecturer has to say. There's a faulty PA system. We've all been through it in this country. We know what it means. But this is an internationally accredited, GTEC approved, South African Authority approved, City and Guilds approved, and they're bringing you this quality right here. Look at this small class size. So how is it that you're able to learn in such a class and fail? You cannot learn in such a class and fail. And that's what Rosebank International University College brings to you. They have all the necessary accreditation, and they are running all the programs that you're looking for, programs in culinary, programs in ICT, programs in business, and all put together. They make you thrive. It's an international university. They are inspiring excellence. They are open for admissions. Please call them 0307 007 800. That's 0307 007 800. That's if you are in Ghana. But if you're calling from outside Ghana, and I encourage you to come to Ghana to come and learn, because the climate is also very good. Plus 233 307 007 800. That's plus 233 307 007 800. Again, plus 233 307 007 800 or www.riuc.edu.gh, and you will thank me later. It's an adult and Montessori. It's on right on the Opebia Road. You go right there, and then you can, do all the make all the inquiries you want to make. They have global programs available and ready, expert lecturers. Look, tomorrow I'm sure I can show you some of the great persons who have gone past through the Rosebank International University College. There's a school affiliated to the IMF. Yeah, there's a school affiliated to the IMF World Bank. It's a big school. So when you attend this opportunity to do exchange programs in Ghana and South Africa, look, what are you waiting for? Please call them now. Go to the Opebia campus, and that's the only campus on the airport stretch, and you get the opportunity to be delighted beyond measure. Now, yesterday, the Black Stars of the Republic of Ghana, Black Stars of Ghana, they made us so proud. So proud that they forced me to take off my dapple as a chief to wear this my red, gold, green hat that I bought from a friend yesterday. Even though it was impulse buying, I love it because it's beautiful. And our Black Stars have finally qualified to the World Cup, and we are happy that they will be in Canada and the US as well, and they will be showing us what it is. People have been asking questions about Otuado. People are saying that it was because the finance minister, the sports minister literally threatened to say, hey, if you don't, I don't like what you are doing, I don't like the way you're working, all of that. That's how AWMA is delivering. But have we given them enough support? Yes. Are they delivering? Yes. Will they continue? We don't know. But what do we want? We want them to be able to win. That's all. Go na yefife. Like Alaji Grunsa would say, go na ye nyina yefife. So congrats to the Black Stars. Congrats to the management and leadership. Congrats to the GFA leadership. Congrats to everybody who worked to make sure that this happened. But you see the kind of support you had yesterday, Black Stars, at the Accra Sports Stadium. We want you to maintain that love and to keep the passion and to keep the energy and to deliver. Like the CEO of Wembley Sports Construction Limited, Robert Tetekoma, will say, Manyama fe etamo in lefemo. To wait, I can do it doesn't mean you know how to do it. I can do it is a wish. I know how to do it is actually the definite point. And he would say that Manyama fe etamo in lefemo. So Black Stars, congrats to you, but as Oliver Twist, we want some more. I spent my weekend reading one of the great sons of this land. That's Mr. Kofi Bentum Quantin. Mr. Kofi Bentum Quantin. The book is titled Bogus Informants, Nation Records, and I get a whim that he has a new one coming up. Kofi Bentum Quantin, Bogus Informants. He has a couple of other books. Look, if you don't know who Mr. Kofi Bentum Quantin and former, he's a security couple. I'm talking about a former BNI boss or NIB boss, former National Security Coordinator, many different portfolios. And I read this. You should read this. It will tell you how people program their minds to literally rob all of us. It will tell you how people program their minds, and how people position themselves, how people find the loopholes, how people take advantage of the weakling society and the weakness within the society to actually pilfer and make all of us suffer. You should find a book. I mean, any of them. Go to Legon Bookshop or any of them and read. I spent my weekend reading this book, and it was a very, very, very good read. I can tell you, a great eye-opener. I mean, if you're an investigative journalist like myself, you want to get into it, you have an inquisitive mind, it's one of the books that you need to find to read. So, good morning to the great Kofi Bentum Quantin. I'm told he's 90 and beyond these days, and we wish him well. We pray that he will stay strong and be with us. Now, there's also a new sensation in town. Jude Kofi. There's a Ghanaian American keyboardist of great repute, and he was here in the studio. Kunzo, find me those photos and videos. Let's quickly do it. Belated birthday to Mr. Freche Mensah as well. Yes, and Jude was here, right here in this studio, and we had a swell time. Amazing, amazing, amazing gentleman, and we celebrate him. We are happy that at least we are also on the world stage. Aside when we lost Kiki Jan, we lost that mojo. Aside a few who have taken us out there, the Jedouble Ambules of this world, the Uncle Ebo Taylors of this world, the Daniel Entry and the Adrian Band, the Philip Aqua and the Patch Bay Band and Santrophy and all those guys have taken us out there. But Jude is actually making it happen. And we, on this occasion, wasn't dancing to gospel, by the way. That's Jude right there. Amazing guy indeed. Kunzo, 16 years ago, I made a Facebook post. And I go through town, and sometimes people phone into the program and people meet you and they start asking questions. They say, oh, these days you don't bike, you leak. And I look at them and I laugh. Because there are two schools of thought. Those who will be happy with what you do, and those who would never be happy with what you do. Those are the two schools of thought. Those who will be happy with what you do, and those who would never be happy with what you do. There are two kinds of people. If you go around bothering yourself with either of them, you will be in trouble, because then you will lose your originality. I'm talking to you as a younger person, and maybe sometimes people my age and people who might be older than me, but have not really thought through this. In this life, people will love you, people will hate you. It is a fact of life, it's a reality of life. 16 years ago, and I want to show you what consistency is. 16 years ago, I wrote this. It was in 2009. It was on the 12th of October, 2009. At the time, Galamsey had not gotten to this crazy height. In fact, if I'm not afraid to say, you wouldn't say that there was Galamsey at the time. 16 years ago, where were you at the time? Were you in JSS? Were you in primary school? Were you now in nursery school or kindergarten? I was practicing. 16 years ago, yesterday, Facebook reminded me that on the 12th of October 2009, I said, protecting the earth has become a Herculean task. Yesterday was the ozone layer. Today is melting ice and rising sea levels. Tomorrow may not give us the chance to talk about it. So before you dismiss that small waste, remember that it could produce a big, sad story. I'll take that again. Protecting the earth has become a Herculean task. Yesterday was the ozone layer. Today is melting ice and rising sea levels. Tomorrow may not give us the chance to talk about it. So, before you dismiss that small waste, remember that it could produce a big, sad story. 16 years ago, I wrote this. 16 years ago. Where were you at the time? Before you could afford 5 CDs data to insult people, where were you at the time? And what is the story now? Today we are talking about Galamsey, and today we are making it look as if we never spoke about anything before Galamsey came. And even now we don't speak about anything else because a certain regime is in power. 16 years ago in 2009, who was in power? It was the late Professor Mills. I was MPP then, I'm sure. Very, very MPP, blue, white, and red. When I was talking about it in October, which was a few months to the elections or a few weeks to the elections, yes, I was certainly paid by the MPP to do that. Is that what we call consistency? Today, and even yesterday, I'm still talking about the same issues. Because we'll have people go to COP20, whatever. We'll be talking about the ozone layer. We'll be talking about pollution. We'll be talking about plastic waste. 16 years ago, I spoke about it. Now, 16 years ago, what were you talking about? Today, you have found your mouth because we have to talk about, and it's important that we talk about Galamsey. And then we start picking on people like Awola Sewa and the rest who are talking about Galamsey and are talking about it with all their might and power. People who already have their bread and butter to eat and they could actually keep quiet or pick their passports in their bags and leave the country. People who will not politicize this stinking Galamsey thing. And instead of us coming together to fight it, I'm happy that Labour is coming to the table again. Because I remember back in the day when push came to shove for Labour to come to the table, they all chickened out. From the doctors to the nurses to everybody chickened out. That nationwide strike, that could have been a turning point. They all chickened out. But I'm happy to know that some of them are coming to the table to weep now because some of them will be due for retirement at the end of the year and maybe mid-year next year. So they are looking for ways to find a way for them to be remembered in a good way. It's a good thing that we are coming back because it hurts to see children being born with defects or deformities. It hurts to see people getting non-communicable diseases, not because of their lifestyle choices, but because we poison them with our water. It hurts. It hurts to know that we as a country invest so much in machinery for the Ghana Water Company Limited, and the machines get destroyed because our water is heavily silted and polluted. It hurts to know that people are actually getting water through their taps, which is not up to international standards, turbidity levels, and etc. And they are drinking it and paying for rubbish. So we are in a very fine mess. And this is where we expect everybody to put their hands on the table and not allow politics to blind people. Those who came up giddy sometime or 2 months, 3 months ago, who started doing all the politics with it, where are they suddenly? I told you that consistency, I've showed you what I did 16 years ago. Let any of them bring what they did 16 years ago. Let's look at it. It's what we call the scorecard. 16 years ago, that was how I was thinking. That was how my brain was wired. Excuse me, bring it. 16 years ago, that was how my brain was wired. And it is still wired that way. The key item and the key agenda is Ghana and Ghana only. 16 years ago, I said protecting the earth has become a Herculean task. Yesterday was the ozone layer. Today is the melting ice and rising sea levels. Tomorrow may not give us the chance to talk about it. So before you dismiss that small waste, remember that it could produce a big sad story. 16 years ago, I wasn't thinking about politics. I wasn't thinking about any political party or any politician. I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about the world. I was thinking about Ghana. I was thinking about Mother Nature. 16 years ago. And you want to come and use what? 3 months, 8 months, 8 years, or whatever political career length that you have to come and want to destroy it. It will not work. Because we know who we are, we know where we are from, and we know the story that we have. And that is why when we stand to speak, we speak with a lot of confidence because we have no fear. We have no fear. Speaking of we have no fear, there are two persons who the police have arrested. They want to what? They want to kidnap or kill a chief. This is dated the 12th of October from the Public Affairs Unit of the Eastern South Regional Command of the Ghana Police Service. Police arrest 2 suspects for alleged plot to assassinate chief. The Eastern South Regional Police Command has arrested 2 suspects for allegedly plotting to assassinate a chief in the Eastern region. The suspects, identified as Emilia Kia Aso and Butuaka Seth, were arrested following an intelligence-led operation. The arrest followed the uncovering of a plan to eliminate the chief ahead of his first royal Durbar, scheduled for the 17th of October 2025 at Achim Kwabeng. Acting on intelligence received on 11th of October 2025, a police intelligence team infiltrated the suspect's network. During the operation, suspect Emilia Akia Aso offered 50,000 Ghana cedis to undercover officers to kill the chief and another woman alleged to be lined up for installation as Queen Mother. She further instructed suspect Butuaka Seth to assist in identifying the residences of the intended victims. Suspect Butuaka Seth led the officers access to the homes of the chiefs and the woman and provided a photograph of the chief to facilitate the planned act. The suspects also promised an additional 50,000 cedis upon completion of the crime. 100,000 cedis only. So they want to end their life. Both suspects are currently in police custody, assisting investigations, and will be put before court. The Eastern South Regional Police Command assures the public that it remains committed to ensuring the safety and security of all residents, especially traditional leaders in the region. Signed, DSP David Fiankwotri is the head of Public Affairs Unit, Eastern South Regional Police Command. Because of 100,000, put their case out there. They are suspects, though, innocent until proven guilty. But for you to be able to beat your chest to offer 50,000 cedis before a crime is committed and 50,000 cedis after a crime is committed, is that worth a life? And it reminds me of the immigration officer who was killed by his own friend, allegedly. The matter is still in court, but allegedly. What kind of a society are we becoming? What kind of greed and insatiable society are we becoming? A greedy and insatiable society. What are we becoming? What are we becoming? There are no morals. There are no principles. There are no values. There's no virtue. It's just living and getting by and trying to get what you want. In our society today, if you don't have money or you don't have prestige, nobody literally respects you. I've been to events as an event compere or MC. I've been to events and I see older people standing, and you find roboskeske girls. Roboskeske, they are doing roboskeske things, and they are sitting down with pukered lips, and they have their phones, and they are not even giving the older people an opportunity to sit down. They forget that they will also grow old and somebody may refuse to offer them a seat to sit down. They didn't come to see Osa buses. And how you would get up, or King of Kings buses, how you would get up, even if you have paid, to make sure that an older person, an elder, sits down. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know how to even open the doors for older people. They don't know. They don't have. That training is missing because they are the breadwinners of their families these days. Even though they are in university level 200, level 300, they take care of their families because they have longer nails, they don't wash, they have iPhones that their parents don't ask them questions about. They go out and sleep out and come back 2 days later. They bring money. Their mothers are washing for them. Their fathers are weeding. Their mothers are cooking for them, and they are eating. And all they do is to TikTok and to WhatsApp and to Facebook and to Snapchat and to show nudes everywhere, and it's okay. What kind of a crazy society are we raising? And what kind of a crazy parenthood are we building? As I said, we are in a very fine mess. And the earlier we realize that we are in a very fine mess, the better. We deeply are in a very fine mess. Look, let me show you another fine mess. Take me to the Ayawaso area, the assembly. I've done this before, but there's an update, and I want to share that with you. Quickly, we'll do this, and then we'll wrap up. So, no, not this one, Kuzo, the other one. Now, there's a... no, not this one, there's another one. Some persons put together... Kuzo, the previous one. People put together their heads. Two people put together the heads. Well, good. Now, this is dated the 16th of July, 2025. The Municipal Chief Executive, Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly, Jowolu, request for a meeting with the head of the local government service. I write to inform you that the head of the local government service, per letter dated 16th of July 2025, has requested to meet with the municipal coordinating director and the presiding member of the Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly on Thursday, the 17th of July 2025 at 11 a.m. prompt. The meeting, which will take place at the office of the head of the local government service, aims to engage the two parties in a constructive dialogue towards addressing the strained working relationship, which is gradually affecting the image of the assembly and diminishing the public confidence in local governance. You are kindly requested to ensure that the attendance of the affected officers at their scheduled meeting. Please accept the assurances of the Honorable Regional Minister. Lillian Ebeka is a Chief Director Regional Minister. Show me the other document. No, the first one, the very first one. Now, two people put their heads together and put together an account that was not approved and put the assembly's money in it. What has happened to them? This is dated the 20th of May, 2024, right? And then it's dated the 1st of July, 2025. Sorry about that. I'm talking about the reference. I was confusing the reference with that. Composition of a committee for investigation into allegations. The office is in receipt of a petition for some assembly members of the Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly to cause investigation into the actions of the Municipal Coordinating Director and Municipal Finance Officer. Consequently, I have the pleasure to compose a 3-man committee, including the Regional Economic Planning Officer, the Regional Finance Officer, and a Principal Internal Auditor to investigate the veracity or otherwise of the allegations and make recommendations. The committee is given 10 days from the date of this letter to bring a report of their findings and recommendations. Ms. Portia Tego will be the secretary to the committee. By a copy of this letter, the Municipal Coordinating Director and the Finance Officer of Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly are hereby informed of the petition and the composition of this committee to investigate, and are kindly requested to give the committee all the necessary courtesies, support, and access in this exercise. Please find attached the petition for your consideration and further action, and hope to count favorably on you. Lillian Becker writes again. Now, show me the latest document, Kuzo. The latest document we have is that some transfers have been made. This is the 26th of August, 2025. Posting of officers. 26th of August, 2025. Posting of officers. And you keep that letter on. Now, in fact, before that, let's look at the petition, the source petition, dated the 3rd of June, 2025. Petition to cause investigation and possible transfer of the Municipal Coordinating Director of the Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly. The craziness I'm talking about. The above matter refers, we, the undersigned assembly members of the Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly, officially, this is the assembly writing to the minister to say our Municipal Coordinating Director has his fingers in some pies. Now, officially write to petition your good office to cause an investigation into the actions of the MCD and the Municipal Finance Officer, 2 of the officers. The MCD, in collaboration with the Municipal Finance Officer, have surreptitiously opened an account on behalf of the Assembly without recourse to the Assembly members and without due process. The account details are as follows. First Bank Ghana Limited, Ayawaso West Municipal Assembly. Account number 019-203-001-2157. That's 019-203-001-2157. Branch Airport. As part of the corrupt practices at the Assembly, the MCD unilaterally withdrew an amount of 379,169 Ghana cedis on the 24th of December 2024, eve of Christmas, with check number 003034. That's 003034 for a supposed evacuation of refuse of the 3 zonal council without any prior knowledge of the assembly members and without due process. Without any knowledge of the assembly members and without due process. We are hereby call on you to investigate the issue and bring them to book. We also propose that the MCD is transferred from the district to halt the corrupt practices at the district. Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, the head of local government, they are all covered. Now, give me the latest one, please, quickly. No, these are the latest one. Good. Now, posting of officers is dated the 26th of August, 2025. I refer to the above mentioned subject. The posting of the underlisted officers have been authorized as directed against their names with immediate effect. And you have District Coordinating Director, right? his name, Savalugu MP, and they have all just be scrolling. Now, I have some questions. One person has been transferred from the said assembly that you had the MCD and the MFO. They put their heads together, opened an account, took money from the assembly and put in it. That is not in doubt as we speak. But the question I want to ask is, one person has been transferred. What happens to the other person? There are two. And it is all about transfers. That is the second question. The third question is, have the monies been retrieved? The monies that they paid, they took from the assembly and put there, have they been retrieved from the account? And who are the signatories to that account at First Bank Airport branch? I've given you the details. You can go and check. And is that the way to go? And if people do this, and I always say this, that when people do some of these things, and the fact that the transfer has happened could mean, so hold on, Godwin Domayele, right, is a district coordinating director. Sunyani, okay, Ayawaso West is coming to Ayawa. So I'm looking for Ayawaso West. Okay, so Bernard P.K. Sechiama is district coordinating director, Ayawaso West MA. He's going to Ketu North. And this is what we have been doing since 1900. People commit mistakes or for whatever reason, and we say, oh, we are moving you from here, we're taking you to the north, or we're taking you somewhere. So we are trying to whitewash the problem. This is the taxpayers' money of almost 400,000 Ghana cedis. Transfer alone is not enough. Because if you give me 400,000 Ghana cedis, and I find my banker Jonathan Syme at ADB, wager, and give him the money and leave it with him for a year, you can imagine what Jonathan can do with that money for me, turn it around, and what dividends he could possibly give me. So if somebody takes our money and goes to open a bank account, and the assembly members all unanimously, both NDC, MPP, as they like to call it on the ground, put together a petition. No, Kunzo, bring me the names of the assembly members. They put together a petition. And then they say that, come and investigate. We say we are only transferring the person. What's going on? Look, if you have the regional minister's number, please call her and tell her that the streets say the reset that the people voted for is not about transfer. It's not business as usual. If the people did wrong, if the account at the Airport First Bank is there, if it is indeed true that they transferred the monies without due process and without the knowledge of the assembly who is supposed to approve of it, the law must take its course. The law certainly must take its course. And you must tell the regional minister that it must not be business as usual. No. We cannot have that. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. That's 055-924-2717.